So my name's Sean Sanders. I'm the CEO and founder of Revix. I'm 29 years old and I'm the Chief Evangelist Officer really. I realized I had a knack for entrepreneurship when I was 10 years old and I was selling all the skateboard stickers you could possibly imagine. I managed to make a decent amount of money selling skateboard stickers to my friends. So a lot of people, certainly younger entrepreneurs, they sort of have this mentality of saying, well, I haven't come from a privileged background, or I'm not in the most well-connected circle, or I don't have enough money to start. There is always going to be I can't sort of statement as to why you can't do something. Don't just talk, do something. If I was starting my own business now, what would I do differently? A lot of things. Firstly, I believe I would have raised funding earlier. Raising funding is a bit like jet fuel. You are able to go faster. Also, hiring is the most critical thing you can do as an early stage business. The first 3 or 4 people that you hire completely define the culture within that business, the velocity at which you work. Like everything about that business gets defined with those first few hires. And I think the last point that I would mention now is defining and constantly refining a vision, because business is about a lot more than just making money. We all live in a world where we're really passionate about things. And I believe that you should live a life and you should really enjoy what you're doing in the office and what you're doing out the office. It's all about your mindset. I think if you approach every day by saying, listen, there will be a new obstacle that comes up today. If you sort of take that approach and wake up every single morning and say, listen, there is going to be an obstacle today, it's my job to jump over it. That's what I think entrepreneurship's all about, really. The secret to the growth of Revix, there isn't a secret. I think there's a lot of different ingredients that get put into this cocktail. They never say die attitude in terms of just wanting to build something that is bigger than just me. And we've met some interesting players along the way. Standard Bank's been a fantastic partner in terms of building this business. Phenomenal investors that have come on board. All of that sort of has come together to allow us to do what we've done today. Revix stands for Revolutionary Investment Experience. A lot of people know Revix as a cryptocurrency bundling platform. So if you want to invest in a cryptocurrency bundle, you would come to us. Cryptocurrencies can do a lot more than just move value from one person to another. But it is a money that you would have that's issued to you not by a government, but rather by a network. And the way that there's value with that cryptocurrency is that the network agrees that there's value. Yeah, sure, there's nothing physical that backs cryptocurrency, but if you look at the likes of WhatsApp or Instagram or Facebook, these companies have a lot of value because they've got networks that exist behind them. And in much the same way, a currency has a lot of value because of the network of people that exist behind it. You look into the future and you start seeing the potential of what this could mean. If you start looking at something that's done exactly the opposite and appreciated in value over the last 10 years in the way that crypto has more generally as an asset class, there's value to be had there. If you think about how gold's grown in value over decades, that's really the appeal of Bitcoin. The future is going to be weird, right? I always say that there isn't a Generation Z that's coming right now. It's actually Generation W, Generation Weird. And if you look at the rand over, say, the last 10 or 20 years, you've seen a close to 70% depreciation of this currency. It's the reason why you feel really poor when you go overseas. The biggest bit of advice I can give is start small. If you're investing in crypto for the first time, it's just like the internet in the early days. You really have to understand how it works. There's going to be a lot of jargon that you're not going to understand. And it's really getting your hands dirty in all of that then allows you to sort of get deeper into the space and learn more and get deep involved. There's partners and mentors and leaders that really make this journey a lot easier. Standard Bank made our lives a lot easier from a banking perspective and from an advisory perspective. Our mentors in my life, they made life easier by introducing us to investors. So we joined Founders Factory 3 months ago. And really what Founders Factory is all about is helping startups and CEOs of early stage businesses scale those businesses and launch those businesses internationally. So they've got a phenomenal team that we've been working really closely with, and we've managed to make really good progress. We absolutely love their team. They really do feel like part of the Revix family. And in conjunction with Standard Bank, we are working on having a series of webinars together. So between Founders Factory, Revix, and Standard Bank, we're hopefully going to be advancing fintech in South Africa and Africa more broadly.